Good morning, Internet. My name is Jet, and welcome to my channel, JITV, Jet in the Valley. This one's going to be about why some people, they go along to get along, okay? And the people who go along to get along, they hate the people who don't want to go along to get along, right? So, the people that go along to get along, this is one aspect, one scenario of what I recognize is going on, okay? They're too proud to admit they're victims, okay? Everybody who is in earth and in a body and functioning at all in these systems, you are being taken advantage of. You are in bondage and you are enslaved, okay? By your own mind and your body, being in a fallen, less than perfect condition, they call it, we're born in bondage. All humans are born into bondage. That means it's just like what you think. Someone's wrapped up. You're all wrapped up and you can't do the things that you want to do. You're in bondage to the anti-love. They call that sin. You're born here and your mind and your body are in this fallen, less than perfect condition. And they're lusty and greedy and envious and selfish and crab in a bucket and me, mine. Okay, that's the natural state of humans, right? And many people, and then on top of that, so these systems in earth are being ran by anti-love people. That people that aren't of the Most High God, they don't love other people and love God. They don't do that. What they do is they love money, they love luxuries, they love power, they love all of these things that we are not supposed to love. We're supposed to love God, and love other people as ourselves, right? So these systems are being ran by people who are doing the exact opposite. These people are doing the opposite of what a love-based living individual should be doing, right? And many people, they will start to get a glimpse to see, like, what I'm saying is true. Like, wait a second. Wait, these people don't ever have to work, but we have to work, or these people's kids don't have to do anything, but our kids always have to do anything. They can't get jobs, or, we find out that we could have had free electric, but we don't have free electric. Instead, they use it as a control mechanism, and all these different things, okay? It's because these systems are being ran by anti-love forces. The earth, when humans fell, we lost dominionship over earth. So real souled individuals, people with the capacity to understand love, are not in charge of the systems of earth currently like they are supposed to be. Okay, it's very easy to understand. If God, the Most High God, who is love, who came here in the form of Jesus Christ, if he was running the earth right now with infinite power and infinite everything, do you think there'd be people starving? People be starving to death? People wouldn't have places to live? People don't have the things that they need? No. If the Most High God was running the systems of the earth, this would never, ever, ever be happening. None of these things would ever be happening, okay? So it's very easy to understand that he's not running the systems, okay? He is going to run the systems. I did a video yesterday about a hostile takeover. We are in a hostile takeover. People of the Most High God who are love-based, we are here to spread the message that we are taking over. That the Most High God came in the form of Jesus Christ and grabbed the keys and is taking back over the earth, right? And it's going to be a love-based system because the Most High God is love. And righteous and holy means he's only good, and in him there is no darkness. So in the earth right now, we lost our dominion to what you would call as Satan, okay? So the anti-love has been running all of these systems and doing all of these things and destroying the earth. They're called the destroyers of the earth because they're like an infection. They're like a parasite. They come in, they eat everything. They don't ever give back. They're takers. They're abusers. They're all of these different things, okay? So many people will get like a little glimpse of what I'm saying to be true. And it's actually in Revelations about the Queen of Babylon. So if you're not functioning from love, like I've been discussing, and you have not accepted the Most High God, accepted Jesus Christ, then you are in spiritual Babylon, okay? You are in spiritual Babylon. It's a frequency. Babylon is the systems of the earth, okay? How they're being ran as oppressive forces, okay? So if you are, I'm going to read this definition. Old Testament Babylon was established in direct opposition to the plain commandments of God. Okay? God is love, function from love. They did the exact opposite of functioning from love. It was a human system of religion based on the traditions and authority of men rather than God. It was a man-centered thing rather than God-centered, right? So many people, that is where they are right now. They are in a man-centered traditions of men mentality. And this is what Babylon says. So this is back to what I said. Why do people go along to get along, and why do they hate people who don't? Because they're victims too, but they're too proud to admit that they are victims, that this is happening, and they are being taken advantage of, okay? They're taking your money. They're taking 40% of your money. They're basically, and they're, what is happening is unbelievable to our food and our air and our water, and they do not care about us. They don't care about anybody, okay? This is what's happening whether you want to deal with it or not. So the people who don't want to deal with it are like Babylon, okay? And it says, she sits and she says this to herself, Babylon, I sit as a queen on a throne, and I am not a widow, and will never ever see mourning or experience grief. So she thinks that nothing, that she's never going to be humbled, right? She's proud and lifted up and set up, and nothing is going to touch her. That's never going to happen to her. Many people, they think that. They think since they have X, Y, and Z, and they're running the rat race, and they're totally consumed and functioning in the nature of these systems of reality, that they're never going to fall. They're never going to suffer. They're never going to be a widow. They're never going to be a fatherless child. They're never going to be a victim, okay? When they already are. They're just too proud to admit that they are a victim, right? They're too proud and they're too scared. So that is, that's the gist of that. So they use your suffering, right? So they use your suffering to show how well they're doing. So they use your suffering as a gauge to tell how well they are doing in the Babylonian systems, right? So they can look at you and see your suffering, seeing your kids don't have fathers, and seeing you don't have what you need, and seeing all of these, you're being taken advantage of, and you're at the bottom of the food chain or whatever. And they will look at you, and they will literally be satisfied that you are down below them and that they are up above you. Okay? They are proud and lifted up, and they are functioning from the spirit of Babylon, right? They are not love-based living individuals. They have not accepted the Most High God and Jesus Christ into their lives. Again, it says, I sit as a queen on a throne, and I am not a widow, and never ever will see mourning or experience grief. Okay? You know what the Most High says for this? He says, for this reason, in a single day, her plagues and afflictions, calamities will come, pestilence and mourning and famine, and she will burn up with fire and be completely consumed. For strong and powerful is the Lord God who judges her. God is love. Babylon is the opposite of love. We really need to identify these things and understand. When I said a hostile takeover, it's a hostile takeover. The Most High God is love. What is happening in earth is evil, okay? They're taking advantage of everybody. They are oppressing people. These systems are a racket. They're stealing money from people. They're pushing down the widows and fatherless children and taking advantage of them, throwing them in jail, trying to take money off of them, making these systems function, okay? So the Most High God, being loving, is going to come in and stop this. It's going to be enough is enough. And when the last person has heard about Jesus Christ, then that's when this is all going to happen, right? But everybody in a body has an opportunity to hear the information that I'm sharing. That's why it says literally we're supposed to light up and share our message and share it, because that is our purpose here. That is what we are here to do, because what else is there to do? When you find out the nature of reality and you find out all these things, what else is there to do but tell people what is going on? Try to explain it to them, to help them, to pull them out of darkness and lift them up into the light so they can say, yes, that sounds great. All this evil stuff is going to go away and all the loving new stuff is going to come, and we're going to live in that for eternity without all the bad stuff, okay? And it's hard to understand, but I really think things like holographic what do you call that, theory and simulation theory and all, and the computers, how they are. So now we have all these different analogies that we can understand Earth and our own reality better, as we can use them as examples, right? We're in a creation. This place was created, right? And the schools tell us partial truths about things, about the real nature of reality. The real nature of reality is to do with frequency and light. And we don't even understand, because we've been taught half-truths about how things are existing at all. And it's literally God's magic. The real magic is God's magic, right? And they want to promote Harry Potter, and they want to promote all this like witch stuff, and trying to get your kids interested in witchcraft. And the issue with witchcraft is people think that they get to be in control and that they know what the best decision is. When we as humans, we don't make that is a selfish way to look at things. When you're just thinking about yourself individually, that's a selfish way to be. And the Most High God is love. He thinks about the greater good in everybody. When he blesses, it blesses like a ripple. You drop a pebble in the water and it ripples out. That's just an example of how that works. And it's not selfish, right? So, yep, they will use your suffering as a gauge to show how well they're doing in Babylon, in the earthly, worldly, mortal systems. But we know that that is going to come to an end. And we are, as children of the Most High God, as love-based living individuals, we are to come out of spiritual Babylon, okay, in our hearts, in our souls, and in our understanding of everything. We are to reject materialism and reject all the things that are anti-love, and hold on to what is good, and what is good and righteous and holy is what brings us joy, peace, contentment, kindness, patience. It brings us all of those things, self-control. It brings all of those things that we want. So if you don't have any of those things, you are functioning against those things. You can't be functioning against it and also being gifted of it. You have to use your free will to come to the understanding that there's good and bad. You do the good, which is loving. You get more life. You do the bad, which is anti-love. It goes against love, and it leads you closer to death. Okay? So with that, just understand that you'll be hated, and if they hate you, they hated Jesus Christ first, and hold on to that, and one day they'll thank you. There was this saying, it says, this is going to hurt me more than it hurts you, and parents do that. They say that to their kids, and so, sometimes it does. Sometimes that is actually the case, but we have to keep doing it anyway. So with that, much love and many thanks, and like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.